podcast. Welcome to our international podcast, folks. Below the belt, who vex lose. And we trust that you beautiful folks are great today. How is it on the outside, guys? How is it on the outside? Do let us know how you folks are doing. Really trust that you guys are great. Would have it no other way. Good to have you. Happy Monday, folks, after quite a weekend. What a puckatorious weekend it was. It was a puckatorious weekend, folks. We can get right into that. It's pretty all money going, man. Don Cook, Joy Hopkinson, I see Gwen Anderson, Muriel King, Rami Leander, Bevon Daniels, Muriel King, the whole King clan here, Majesties, Royal Family. Colin Bobby Lewis is here as well. Just Isaacs, Graves Andy, Milan Solomon is here as well from New York. Good to have you, Minan. Debbie Hohenkirk is here as well, and Siobhan McDonald. Guys, let us know if you're hearing us loud and clear. Pamela Johnson says she's doing fine. Thanks for asking. Doing fine. Thanks for asking, good folks. We trust that you all are well. You have fared well over the weekend. Eileen Jackman, good to have you as well. Welcome, 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 welcome to our international podcast, Below the Belt, good folks. What's the weather like where you are? What's for lunch? What's for lunch? Weather-wise, how are you folks doing? How's been the morning? Have you guys been off to a productive start? We hope so. We hope so. And they're telling us where we are in the national capital city of Georgetown here in Guyana. We're broadcasting live. They're telling us it's 31 degrees outside, but it feels like 38. It feels like 38 indeed, folks. It's hot outside, and they're telling us, unfortunately, that there's a 2% chance it's going to rain. 2% chance, folks. A 2% chance. So leave those brothers at home. It's going to be a hot afternoon. Sean Abrams is joining us from Queens, New York. Technician Gloria Chester says we're reading you loud and clear. Gloria, how are you doing? How do you do, Gloria? Good to see Maureen Carpin Williams and all the other folks joining us this afternoon. Good to have you guys with us. It has been a puckatorious weekend, folks. When you have weekends like we're coming out of, you don't need any angels. You need God Himself. Really, really happy we have you beautiful folks here with us. You guys, we keep telling y'all make the difference out here, folks. Y'all make the difference out here. And we're going to just raise a couple issues with you guys, and then we come out of your face. I see Sherilyn Williams is here, and Milan Solomon again. Faye Scott. Faye, technician Faye Scott says, hearing us loud and clear. Thanks, Tech Faye. Faye Tech. Technician Faye. Tech Faye. Good to have you, Gene Williams and Patricia Astana. Good to have you, Patricia and Aislinn King. Julian Armstrong is here as well. Gail Ali Cock. Henrietta Lancaster is here too, folks. Not to be left out. And we're so thankful again that you beautiful, lovely folks are here with us. Happy you guys are here with us. As we said to you guys, as we start, quite a number of things transpired over the weekend. Gail and Shawnette Citran Mohan, Gail Alicock, that is, Anne Marie Selby, quite a few things transpired over the weekend. Natisha Barker and Bennett, John Morgan. Don't say 40, Stanborn. Don't say 40. Quite a few things transpired over the weekend. We want to bring you guys up to speed with. Bring you good folks up to speed with. Yep, yep. How you folks doing, though? How you folks doing? Winston Henry, Don Morgan, Don Peters, all the Dons here. How are you, beautiful, wonderful folks, doing? Good to have you folks here. You all make the difference in the podcast. I hope you all know that. I ain't want to say it in a braggadocious way, but it's the truth. Here's the truth. You peace loving, uncontroversial people, you all keep making a difference. You all make a difference, good folks. You all make the difference. And so good to see so many of you on your lunch break or teeth in a break or you're your own boss and you're here with us. Again, really hope that you guys have started the week on a high note. It's important, you know. It's importante. Start the week on a high note. Brushing up on my Spanish there, apparently. Brushing up on my Spanish. And good to see you guys here with us. Wherever you beautiful folks are joining us from, we are happy you're here. Happy you folks are here with us. Uh-huh. Share the live, folks. Smash that emoji button for us. Good to have you. Pace and power, guys. Boots on the ground. And just really good to have you beautiful folks here with us. Pace and power, folks. Pace and power. Folks, you know, we're following this tragedy in Bartica. We're following this tragedy in Bartica with this boat that ran into what they call one of the harbor lights. Is that what it's called? I hope I'm doing the word justice. But we're following that boat mishap, folks. Oh, it's not an easy time for Bartition. They have lost two of their residents. They've lost two of the residents there, and not a good time for Bartica at all. Not a good time for Bartica. Guys, and we have the comments of one guy who is so grateful to be alive. He was in that boat mishap and managed to walk away from that with his life intact. And he's saying thanks to the Almighty this morning for saving his life. And we know now that two such persons weren't so lucky. Two such persons weren't so lucky. So we're following that. We know at least one body was recovered this morning. And this boat accident is said to have taken place. This mishap took place between 1845 and 1900 hours in the vicinity of Calf Island yesterday. On board the vessel were 10 passengers, including DJ Magnum. And the report we have suggests the captain of the vessel, German Blackman, was trying to navigate around the damaged beacon. That was the word I was talking about, the beacon. Damaged beacon located 100 feet east of Calf Island, but collided with it instead. As a result of the crash, folks, a hole was formed in the bottom of the boat and it began taking on water. And we have the thoughts of one of those survivors. thankful to be alive this morning. Listen to what he had to say, folks. Listen to what he had to say about that mishap. Listen to what he had to say about that mishap. About that mishap, folks. I really want to encourage you folks to pray for those families. You know, you had a loved one who went through this trauma. You lost a loved one. Pray for them, guys. It's such a horrific time. It was a Puckatorious weekend. I ain't tell y'all, Puckatorious one.
Right, this is my buy here, so my buy mail right here, so you know what I mean? Yeah. The incident yesterday, last night, they actually about accident here, so right now.
Last one, the pickup, out in the water.
Wow. Now, tell the people, like, what was the bad experience you had there?
Yeah, beg and pray a lot, you know. Was on the water for a very long time until, you know, I see the boat and I look for rescue.
What time, like, you leave, what time you left for it go?
I see little minutes to 6, little before, you know. Yeah.
So, you could remember like the amount of passengers like we had inside the boat or something?
It was 12 of us, what, 12 of us in the boat.
Okay,
including the sailor and the captain, you know.
The time of the evening when you left Puerto Rico, how much like he charge you, the captain charge you for come back?
$4,000, 4,000 he take in.
So do you think he was speeding, he didn't know the river?
He was speeding, he didn't even have the light. He know the river, of course it's not the channel that I normally, like you saying, why you would see coming up, he was moving way outside.
So which part of the boat, like you were sitting, who was in front of you, who was behind you, or so?
DJ Magno was in front of me, and Adi was behind me, the Maddy next boy was right right opposite, right side, in the middle of me. That's the next boy I want to find him.
When the boat actually jammed the rock, right? What really played out? What happened like?
It must be less than like a minute from then, I tried to drive the boat, but it was down bus and it just overboard.
So some people fell out the boat when the boat hit the rock? Some people fell out the boat?
Yeah, the man assessed the woman with the baby.
Who was the first person like actually tried to leave the boat for him to shore?
Adi.
Adi was the first person to jump out?
Adi the first
so,
man
he say when the boat jammed as he was next to you, he say anything like to you or to the captain?
You know it would have happened, you know, and just jump overboard and keep trying to go to shore.
Well, that was a sad incident actually, you know, because I know you're my good friend, and Adi is one of my good friends to Adi, me, you know, and we are, is one, you know.
You can't know me sleep body, like I just study the thing like just, you know. Yeah, but I thank for life, why? I hold on a life jacket, a life jacket saved me and hold me, keeping me here today.
Well, there's one of the most important things, you know, life, right? And I hope that the rest of the people, what are they actually looking for, they actually find them.
Yeah, I'm glad too. Because it was a real disaster in the twinkling of an eye.
So what's the losses you suffer like? The things that you was coming
I lost my bag, cell phone, I had a little cash, passport, you know, and some grocery that I went trying to bring up from some small things to these children.
So this is your son alongside you here?
Yeah, this is me here.
Well, thanks for life, at least you come and you know, you get to see your kids, the kids happy to see you.
And I feel good that, you know, I survived it.
So you was drifting for long in the water?
Yes. I was the last man to pick up out of the water.
So the place was kind of like black. You didn't see inland, you didn't know where you at, nothing?
No, you couldn't see, you know where you got to know. Me never knows where you went. But I know you went on the water. I went far out, because this thing happened, like I started to go back. Like,
what was pulling going down back to Puerto Rico side?
Yeah. Like the water went washing and down back by. The man said, man, so far you don't meet. Yeah, but he get little bruises here, you know, get a knock on the head of the wood. But I thank him for life.
So when the incident, the boat actually jammed the rock, nobody didn't get instant blackout or injury,
no,
big injuries.
Okay,
one of the things I want to ask you, how many, the boat had full life jackets, full equipped?
No, that man had a mountain life jacket. Was a few, but he got 3 life jackets went in the boat.
You buckled up before you left Puerto Rico, or how you get your life jacket?
No, they really had no life jacket. Since before we meet Puerto Rico, them had no really life jacket. Nobody didn't get no life jacket.
Okay, so when the boat actually jammed, Then you put on your life jacket or something?
No, the throwing the life jacket to save the baby more than thing and I hold it. Some mom and done assisting them carrying them in, you know.
Or someone that throw the life jacket, it land next to you.
Yeah, and I hold on on it.
If you didn't have the life jacket, do you think you could have make it?
No, I couldn't make it, buddy. I thank him for life. I wouldn't make it. Was too hard.
Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. And that's how things went down there, folks. A survivor from that mishap over the weekend there, recounting his ordeal. Recounting his ordeal, folks. You see, when that man upstairs said, you got to live. You're going to live. You heard that? You know, we can pull it apart so in so many ways. The life jackets. Like after hours, the people at the port in Bartica don't check for life jackets and so on anymore. You had 3 alone on this boat. What happening here, folks? Somebody tell me something. Somebody tell me something. Yolanda Thomas, you heard that? Precious Queen, Yvonne McPherson, Stephen Jarvis. Stephen Jarvis, you see when that man upstairs said, live. Father. We're saying that just over the weekend. When the Father opened the door, no man can close it. When he closes it, no man can open it. Our thoughts and prayers with the family, friends, and community of the deceased. Our thoughts and prayers, folks. Such a sad time for Bartica. And this is the other pandemic that we have. The other one is on the roads. The carnage on the roads, and it's the mayhem on the waterways. It's in the survivor's opinion, the captain didn't know too much of what he's doing. You know, I see Claudette Barrow says this is so sad. It is. Because these things literally is life and death. And we know that the whole Bartica boat scene is one that leaves little to be desired. Because when bad politics mix with professionalism, what should be professionalism, then you get a certain outcome. You get a certain outcome. And that's not nice. How do you go to somebody's family and say, you know, Fred or Ted isn't coming home? And I know they've discovered one of the bodies because I saw some video footage early on where they're showing one of those bodies floating there in the Essequibo River. And I could imagine that family stricken by grief because you don't know when uncle and daddy go down the road, go down the river, they ain't coming back. They're not coming back. You don't know that. They don't tell you that beforehand, Gil Alicock. They don't tell you that. And I see Roxanne Gary talking about overloading. Jinsing Henry says it's bad leadership, top to bottom. Yep, a very sad situation, a very sad situation. And when you have the life of people in your hands, the way a boat captain, a bus driver, or a pilot does, you got such a duty of care to take precautions. But instead of taking precautions, what we're seeing on our roadways and on our waterways flies in the face of all of that. There's more risk than boys taking. The kind of stunts I see some minibuses doing on this road out here, they got to know that they know God is Guyanese. See, right down there waiting for help them out. Yep. And that, folks, was just Bartica. It was such a weekend. Lord have his mercies. It was such a weekend. And you folks, if we don't have the technical expertise to give the requisite training and guidance to these boat captains and bus drivers and so on, then we got to bring them from wherever they reside. What else we do with the oil money? We got to bring them from wherever they reside. Folks, good folks, there are more people dead from road accidents during this COVID than COVID killed in this country. I hazard a guess there are more people who perish by road accidents, accidents on our waterways, gender-based violence, especially against women and young girls, took more lives than the COVID pandemic did in this country in that same period. It's Puckatory with a strong shot of confusion powder. And I dare say we need to have a whole month to print day. No, they're president enough to hold back these forces. National Day of Prayer. A lot of prayers, Jackie Bates. You need a lot of prayers. Endorsed. A whole month or months. Whole damn year of prayers. 2 persons lost their lives there, and you heard Big Uncle talking about his experience there, and a lot of questions, more questions than answers. Yep. More questions than answers, good folks. And while you thought that was it, folks, we saw some things in Hope Tongue and Berbice. I told you, God is Guyanese. God is Guyanese. We got to teach people how to or retrain, and some folks got to relearn how to drive a boat, how to operate a vehicle. And like even pedestrians and road users in that context, they need their own training. Because some of what we saw in Berbice, God is Guyanese conclusively. We can prove that God is Guyanese conclusively based on what we saw over the weekend. He's Guyanese conclusively. Because apparently there was an argument happening in Hope Town. 2 women were having a confrontation, and then one just dashed across the road. Just so. Yeah. From what we saw, let us know how you guys are receiving the audio. From what we saw, he gotta be Guyanese. You gotta be Guyanese. Let us know if you're hearing us. Let us know if the audio is back. You gotta be Guyanese based on what we saw. You gotta be Guyanese. Apologies. Let us know if you're hearing us, guys. Yeah, we just had a power outage, so it knocked out our audio a little bit there. But we are here. It knocked out the audio. Just had a power outage where we are, the national capital city in Georgetown, Guyana, broadcasting live, and we just had a blackout. It knocked out the power a little bit. But thanks to the folks helping us here, we're in good order. So God is Guyanese conclusively, 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 conclusively. Oh, Father. Look, some of what we saw over this is Babis over the weekend. I told you folks, when Father say, it's your time, and things can't happen no other way. When Father says, now your time is now your time. That's what we saw at least over the weekend. Let me show God is Guyanese. Hope Tongue, Babis, over the weekend. Confrontation between two women. And one of them just runs across the road.
Jesus Christ! Watch out, see what into the hello! Hey, hello! Hold on, please. No. Coming over for shit. Vai, me,
Folks, Ghana is the greatest country on earth. It is the greatest country on earth. Two women are in an altercation, and the one just run across the road behind the other one. And if he could pick her up, the woman get up and still gone behind the woman. Ghana is the greatest country, and I've proven to you conclusively. It wasn't she time. It was not her time. Who's sharing the damn life? Who's smashing the emoji? But that's why I tell you, we got to give even pedestrian some crash course in road usage. You do not just run across the road and expect to live and tell the tale. Unless Father say you must live. Unless Father say you must live.
Jesus Christ! Watch out, see what into the hello! Hey, hello! Hold on, please. No. Coming over for shit. Vai,
Yep. Now, if something like that happened to you, you ain't checking yourself and say, Father, thank you. I forgive this woman. She's still running behind the woman. Still running behind the woman. You gonna stand the average person. Gonna say, Father. Nicola Daniels, I know you'd say, Father. Marilyn Larimer, you would say, Father, I done. I forgive the woman. Whatever she owe me, whatever she do to me. You just saved me life. I see Marilyn Larimer said, she's in shock. She is in shock. Gwen Anderson, Roxanne, Garraway, Marlene Young, was just Puckatory over the weekend. Simply put, I want to spice it up for you guys. I see Ghana Spectator says it's a movie stunt. That's the best thing I ever see Ghana Spectator say. Since you've been tuning into our programs and trolling us, the best thing, movie stunt. Movie stunt, Spectator. Folks, I tell you and I kid you not, share the live, smash the emoji button, partner with us. Ghana is the greatest country on earth. The greatest. There is none like it. Barbados come a little close. But the trailing, uh, you know, the trailing badly too. Guyana is the greatest country on earth. The father resides here. He may live other places. And he's come and sleep here. The greatest. I see Gavin Liverpool says she got 9 lives. Only 9, Gavin. Huh? Only 9. She got lives for, but 5 cats. 5 cats she got lives for. Kyle Roberts, Roxanne Garraway. Barbados, folks. Barbados trailing a little way off. You know, the Barbadians send some black belly sheep here. I gotta do some more research into black belly sheep to see if they bring luck or is the other way they go. Black belly sheep, Irfan gave away whole set of land here to Barbadians to farm. So much for the success squatters. A lot of land for Barbadians to come and farm here, and we own people. We're going and blocking up their house when they're trying to make a living on little land. How we wicked. But some events of recent, folks, we had to ask ourselves whether if fund traded some of our contractors here for the black sheep, for the black belly sheep, when we saw some of what was taking place in Barbados, we said like he traded some of the contractors. You know, we're taking a look at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Bridgetown, and you know they say it's only when the rain falls, there's no way the roof leaking. Well, it's true. Folks, I kid you not. It's like they take some of them contractors from here, the ones who they build the K2 secondary school. Like it's them they use. When we see some of the goings on, when we saw some of the goings on at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital there in Barbados. I'm talking about that, folks. We're following what's happening in Puerto Rico and that flood. My God. My God. Following that, folks. Massive, horrific flooding in Puerto Rico. Lots of people displaced. Thousands, if not millions, displaced by that flooding in Puerto Rico. Thoughts and prayers go to all those folks. But when we saw what's going on with the Barbados Queen Elizabeth Hospital there, we said, these are guys, contractors. You just know them, you know. You just know them. You know your brothers and sisters when you see them, when you hear them, when you see the works. You know them. You recognize the signature. You might be a little shame. You can't divorce your family like you could divorce some other people. You might feel a little shame and so on, but you know, I'm a body there. When we saw some of what was transpiring at Queen Elizabeth Hospital, yeah. We had the same sentiments. Right? It's some of them boys. Gotta be some of them boys. Queen Elizabeth Hospital, folks, in Bridgetown. Yep. Puckatory confusion powder. What a weekend. Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Barbados. The folks here, they just finished rehabilitating it. Millions of dollars spent. Handed over officially And folks are scratching their heads. They say they don't know if this is a new innovation, if it's part of the architectural design, what have you. But you see, it's a strainer. It's a strainer. And again, that Guyanese adage, it's only when the roof leaking, it's only when it rains, rather, you know where the roof leaking. Only when it rains, you know where the roof leaking. Well, folks, we know what this roof leaking in this country here. We know where the roof leaking in this country, good folks. We know where it leaking. Share the live, smash that emoji button. We know precisely where it's leaking. You know, they had a pageant over the weekend. There was a pageant. I kid you not. There was a pageant. And when they were done, my lord, the PP want to run a whole election. Is a pageant they can't fix, you know. It's a pageant they can't run. One pageant they can't run. They want to run a whole election. You understand why local government election can't come off the ground? Understand why? You understand why this economy is where it is? One pageant. One pageant they're trying to run. I think beating them boys. Beating them boys like you cannot imagine. Beating them. It's not going well, folks. It's not going well. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't pretty. It's not pretty at all. But I'm sorry for the young women who are involved. I'm sorry. You know, when you spend all your money to go to a pageant like that, you just get it back. You just get it back. They're wasting people money in this country, man. Things tight as they are. Now you all come here wasting people money. Don't let it come wrong with funny. Wasting money in this country now. Overbearing. Folks, over the weekend you had the American Heritage Pageant. American Heritage. Which was supposed to have been won, according to the judges, by Amber Andrews. But, and was in fact won by Amber Andrews. She was crowned as queen of the American Heritage Pageant. Amber Andrews hails from Region 8, we were advised. Quite a beauty. Quite a stunner. If I was a little younger, you know how. Quite a beauty. But in the hours that ensue after the pageant, it seems like Sukai replaced Claudette and Roxanne determined that the tally sheets were incorrect. And then there was a national pageant recount. National pageant recount with its own order 60. With its own order 60. And remind me if I forget to give a word about the enumerators who coming around to folks' house. For the census, we counting we. Well, the tally clerk. And this pageant apparently little much challenged. Little much challenged. Because the first place winner ended up in third. The queen ended up as the second runner-up. I mean, I can see your thing and you got first runner-up, but second? We got to recount the recount. You know, these folks in charge of whole government, you know. These folks in charge of whole government, you know. Reno Cummins, whole government, these folks in charge of a whole government. And I don't know What are we going to do? But it's one of the reasons why the country is the way it is. They in charge of whole government. So them boys knock out Granger. I mean, they knock out Amber Andrews. They knock out Amber Andrews, dethroned after this national pageantry come. The Armenian Heritage Pageant. The beautiful Amber Andrews was dethroned. And I happy. I ain't got a dog or a cat in the race. So I could talk the things. But Andrew was dethroned, and the ministry put out a statement. You know, the ministry different. The ministry said, even though the judge's decision final, right? Suka is the judge of judges, and she will have the last say, even though the judge's decision final. All the press statement, you know. We wish to point out that the judges' score sheets were tabulated incorrectly. See, all acknowledge that a score sheet can be tabulated incorrectly. Right? Was this tally clerk trying to rig? What's this tally clerk trying to rig? We gotta get these score sheets, these SOPs. We gotta bring a case. Was this tally clerk trying to rig this thing? The tally clerk, it says here, tabulated incorrectly, which resulted in erroneous figures at the Armenian Heritage Pageant 2022. Folks, we're in a bad shape as a country. Let me put it out there. Right? Romilly Anderson money pass. We're in a bad place. If you cannot have an election in the police association in this country without somebody feel their person didn't get president or secretary or treasurer and squash the election, is a pageant where the tally wrong and the queen end up being second runner-up. It's where we going, man. I am not too convinced we counting the oil revenues correct, you know. And these oil revenues, some big numbers. If you know yourself, if your calculator is strong enough, you're going to be giving away with things. I don't know if the calculator didn't function last night, but the Region 8 Queen ended up in a second runner-up. Folks, it's not an easy road. Amber Andrews ended up a second runner-up because according to the statement put out by the Ministry of Armenian Affairs, right? Sorry, it was Region 5 who emerged as the new heritage queen. Yeah, my lord. You know. Oh boy, it's even worse then. Because Region 5 ended up as the third runner-up. Firstly, let me read what the statement says. It was announced that Miss Region 5 emerged as the new heritage queen, while Region 7 placed first runner-up. Region 4 placed second runner-up, Region 6 placed third runner-up, Region 8 runner-up. In fairness to the delegates, a thorough and accurate investigation auditing the judges' score sheets was conducted. The accurate findings are set out below. Region 7, according to these judge of judges, has won the pageant. Region 4 is first runner-up. Region 8 is second runner-up. Region 5 is third runner-up. Now, you got to miss a lot of figures for you to go from Region 5 being the winner to Region 5 being the third runner-up. You understand what happening here? This is like saying Apnu didn't win, but um Anug Anug took the thing. Apnu didn't win, but Anug took it. Right? And not only did Anug took it, Apnu didn't even get second or third behind the PPP. Right? You had Fed Up, you had Justice for All, you had, you know, it's just bizarre. It's just bizarre. And if the PP can run a little election, there's one thing with the PPP. Let me tell you this. It's one thing with the PPP. If they said this person must win, they're concerned. They're squashing the election. They've done it at numerous NDCs. They're squashing the election and they can put who they want to put. They can squash the election and they can put who they want to put. So Region 7 ended up winning. And this is such a stain on this pageant now. Puckatory Pageant. It's a young lady named Christy Emma Rambarat has been declared the queen. Now, I don't know if, Christy could really enjoy this thing. I don't know if Christy could really enjoy this thing. Now that Sukai and them are poisoning the whole thing, I didn't want to wear no tainted crown on my head for a year. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I didn't want to wear no tainted crown. The crown is even heavier if it's tainted. So, Sukai has given it to Christy Emma Rambart. Now if I come there, pay me money, cheered on my girl Andrews, saw my candidate won, Amber Andrews, saw my candidate won, and then to wake up, you tell me my candidate now in fourth position as third runner-up. You guys got the queen first runner-up, that's fourth. Is the queen and three other people. You tell me candidate way back there. I want my money back. Right? Plus I want damages to grief. I want damages for what's the thing that afflicted Ramson? Huh? Mental distress was that it? Was that the Ramsonian affliction? Mentally distressed. I want back my things. I want back my suit money. I want back my transportation. Plus I want other damages, other relief. I want and deserve other relief. Mayborn King is one pageant, Yolanda Thomas. Spectator is one pageant. I believe Spectator was some part of the organization's pageant. That's why things went so awry. Them boys ain't easy, folks. So that is what transpired there. Wasting your money. You go out, you get some result, you come back. The judge's decision is final. And yet, you got people who come to upturn the judge's decision. That's the country we live in. So you understand now the judge's decision is real final. If you know somebody who knows somebody, you can get the decision upturned. Get your candidate in, get what you want out of the system. Right? So this is the final over until Sukai said final. Right? Until Sukai says it's final. I hope you're following. Until Sukai says it's final. Folks, I'm being advised that the process activity that was on there in front of GCOM continues this week as well. It continues this week from Tuesday to Thursday from 1500 hours. 3 o'clock. Protest activity in front of GCOM High Street. GCOM High Street, it continues from Tuesday to Thursday of this week from 3 o'clock. So make sure you guys go out there, boots on the ground, and support that activity. Support that activity. Make sure you do that, folks. In addition to that, I did say to remind me about the census. Because again, I don't feel this government is working hard enough where their PR is concerned. Because folks want to know if the census is being conducted over the weekend. That's number one. If the census continues over the weekend, or it's just Monday to Friday. And then we had some of the enumerators reach out to us as well and say lots of the things that were promised as part of the recounting we were not given to them. So that's the other thing, good folks, that we're following. Again, the folks who are enumerators for the census says a lot of the things that they claimed would have been given to them to do the census have not been providing. And I'm trying to pull up this long list that was sent to us. But the folks said that they have not been in receipt of most of the supplies, stationery supply, etc. That was promised. And they're very, very upset because yet again, you're giving them basket to fetch water. Basket to fetch water. And the folks are complaining. Again, folks are asking if they do the census on weekends because folks are coming to their folks are coming to the doors and they're not aware that the census is being taken on Sunday, for instance. So you guys might need to do a better job. This is the regime, a better job than you've been doing. Got to do a much better job than they've been doing. It's eluding me at this end, folks. I'm trying to get that list persons would have provided, but I can't seem to locate it. There's a whole host of things on this list. But again, folks, the guys are telling us they haven't seen lots of the items on this reported list. They haven't seen lots of stuff on that reported list. So that's going to do it for us at this end for now. We're going to see you guys right back here this evening. Folks, I see hundreds of you have joined our international podcast. Share the live, smash that emoji button, folks. partner with us as well. We need your love. We need your support. Thank you for your generosity. You all know we are on Zelle and Cash App. We are on PayPal, MMG. We're available via MoneyGram and Western Union as well. This is how we keep our program going because of your love, your generosity, and your support. Continue to do so for us so that we can continue to meet the responsibilities we have at this end. Thanks each and every one of you who do so. And all the others who joined us today. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. We're going to see you guys right back here at 8 this evening. Spectator and Audrey Winter, Out Front Parts and Beryl Crawford, Jinsey Henry and Jackie Baird. I see you, Patricia soon. Yep. Every cent you folks said helps to keep our program going. See you guys this evening. See you guys soon. Stay safe. That's going to do it for us at this end. Stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe, especially on the roadways, folks, and on the waterways. Exercise extreme caution. Stay safe. Hazelin King, Candy Lean Energy, Glenn Anderson, CC Local, Carl Roberts. Good to have you, Candy Lean Energy. And to Marky, good afternoon to you as well. Respect and manners, folks. See you guys right back here this evening at 8. Final program for the day. We're in the ring. We're fighting it out, guys. We're fighting it out. Jacob's Creek, we see you. Jackie Baird, we see you as well. All the other beautiful folks joining us from around the world. Brenda Braffett, thanks for joining us. And do stay safe, guys. Stay safe. Did I give a shout out to Gilali Cock? Basil Clark, we see you as well, Basil. Brenda Braffett, we see you too. Stay blessed. Gail and all the other wonderful folks, stay blessed. Many happy return, Gails. Many happy return. All right? Stay safe, folks. That's it. That's our time.